Street foodies, let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay? By which I mean, I'm about to talk about some grits. I know a lot of my street foodies already know about some grits, but a lot of y'all are like, what grit? What? Let's get into it. Street food. Let's start with the basics and work our way up from there.
What's this over here?
You never heard of grits?
What is a grit anyways?
Great question, adorable 1990s Joe Pesci Italian stereotype. Grits are ground hominy. Hominy is in the corn family, and grits share a lot in common with coarsely ground cornmeal. You can have traditional grits, which you gotta cook for a bit, and which are technically probably the most high quality grit. You can have quick grits, which you cook for less time, or you can have instant grits, which you don't have to cook at all. You just add hot water. Grits are a southern food. Okay, I'm a partially southern person. Ashley is an entirely southern person. Grits are popular in the South, but grits have been making their way around the hipster circuit. You know, especially since brunch. Ever since brunch had its second great awakening in the United States, I feel like grits have been getting a little more popular, is my feeling. I don't have stats to back that up. Grits would usually be served at a level somewhere between a porridge and an oatmeal, but some people prefer a consistency that's a bit more firm. Really, it just depends how you like them. Let me show you one of my favorite ways to eat grits. Talking about grit cakes. There's a place that's down the road from where we stay when we're in the USA. And I gotta say, I come here every time, and I come here for one thing: grit cakes. Y'all don't know about grit cakes. Grit cakes are a guilty pleasure of mine. Actually, this whole diner is a guilty pleasure of mine. It's nice. It's like the opening hours are right there in the title. I love a diner. I love that mug of coffee. I love the hash browns. Some people think diners in the South is where you go to get shot, and I just want to say that's mostly not true. Diners are great. Yeah, they're open all night. I can get hash browns at 2 a.m. Diners in the South, we got that Cholula hot sauce, which I love. After you cross a certain line, I don't know what it is, you start getting exclusively Tabasco. Okay, no more Cholula. You cross a different line to the west, now you start having Texas Pete. I do not discriminate between the fires. They are all pleasing to me. But if I had my choice, I would choose Cholula because that's what they got in my diners. Grit cakes, all right? They make some grits. Then they fry them on a griddle into these triangular grits patties, and then they cover them with gravy. We usually call this sawmill gravy, or sometimes sausage gravy, not to be confused with the gravy that you put on mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. We like that one too, but this one is creamy, it's peppery, and in large quantities, it will kill you. I called it a guilty pleasure for a reason. I can't eat these that often, but I love them. Grits are regional enough, like particular enough, that we can't find them in China. This is one of the only things that we still get in a Christmas package from our parents in the States. Ashley almost bought them on TaoBao one time. Y'all know about TaoBao? Oh snap, it's time for Ashley's Apparex. Ashley's Apparex.
Good evening. We're looking at TaoBao. Basically, you can find whatever you want on TaoBao. But you can see, I've been searching furniture and lately dogs because River has decided that she needs a dog.
You can buy a dog on TaoBao?
You can buy a fox on TaoBao.
What?
Like, I'm saying anything. There's still certain things you cannot buy if you do not have a Chinese ID card. When you check out, it'll have this little purple thing, and if you see that, unless you have a Chinese friend who can put their ID number in, you're not going to be able to buy it. So you have to, everything's relying on phone number. If you don't have a phone number attached to your stuff, give it up. It's gone. You will never find that.
What kind of stuff do we buy regularly on TaoBao?
Well, I regularly buy hamster bedding and food.
That hamster is seriously elderly. He's like more than 2 years old, and his eyes don't work right. These on TaoBao.
I got this before China even knew what a recliner was. Yeah, 11/11 is Singles Day, 1111, and it's also the best sales day. Last 11/11, I purchased a lot of toilet paper and tissues. It's a gamble sometimes on TaoBao because there's a lot of knockoffs, and I've kind of learned like how to discern. Usually I read the reviews of whatever it is. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. I've noticed they'll take just pictures from wherever, But then if you look at the reviews and people have put an actual picture of what the product is, then you can tell, okay, this is not real. I bought, a super cool desk for River on TaoBao. Although when we received it, the main piece was cracked in half. So I wrote them, they sent a second one, still cracked in half. Wrote them, sent a third one, still cracked in half. I gave up after that, and we used the least cracked one.
Well, how does it work, like with the cart and stuff?
Okay, well, if you see something you want. Alright, if I want this bunny, he's 168 kwai. First I'm gonna go here and check the reviews, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're actual bunnies. And they say, hen hao de xiao tu tu. Very good bunnies. Alright, so then I'm gonna put it in my cart. By doing that, check, it's in my cart. If you want to buy it one click, then you hit the orange one, or you can favorite it by hitting the little star, or you can go to the store by clicking the little store sign, and it'll take you to that storefront, or you can talk to the seller.
It's a bunch of like different people who have storefronts, and it's kind of all collected.
Yeah, be careful what you search for, because it will remember it forever.
One time, way back in the day, Summer found Ashley some grits on TaoBao. It was almost like grits. There was this Chinese farmer in the south, and he was growing, I'm pretty sure he was growing hominy, and he would grind it. And he said, I'll send you a whole sack just once my harvest is done. But then a flood came and wiped out his whole crop. I mean, I felt more bad for him than for us, but it was closer than I would like to admit. When we want to introduce our Chinese friends to grits, or any person who don't know about grits, we make them a grits bowl. Instant grits. No shade on instant grits, but yes, I know, it's kind of cheating. This is what we get in the box. This is what we make. Butter flavor, cheese flavor, bacon flavor, plain flavor. I do not discriminate against instant grits. I understand if you do. Boil some water. Add the right amount for the amount of grits you're making. Give it a stir, then let them firm up while you attend to the rest of your business. Oh, add some black pepper. Black pepper is essential to me in the grits bowl experience. A healthy dose of black pepper. Then you fry an egg, and that's mostly it. Put an egg in there, you grate some cheese, and you got a grits bowl. But you can do it up a little more fancy. When we want to take it up some notches, we get that bacon going. Chop a little onion. Throw the onion in with the bacon. I let this one burn a little bit because I was fooling around trying to capture it on video for y'all. Another essential ingredient is this chili pepper. We call it la jiao, or just lazi. If I had some, I'd throw them in with the onions, sweat them a little bit, add all of that to your grits bowl. Maybe some cholula. I'm talking about a hearty breakfast, right? West meeting east in the form of that la jiao. If I had some la jiao, I didn't have it, but I had the spirit of la jiao was in the bowl. Season 10, episode 10. We have finished the comparison season. Many have asked, what's next for street food? Actually, none of you have asked that, but I'm assuming in your heart you want to know. On the back half of season 10, we'll take a family trip back to Malaysia. We're going to visit the hometown of my Chinese friend Sarah, and I'm taking a street food trip to Korea! It's my first time in Seoul, and I got a friend showing me the ropes. I hope you'll come back and join us for all that. I mean, you stuck with us this long. Street food. Season 10!